With Jason Sobel from the Action Network, I'm Adam Kaufman. And Jason, we spoke last week, obviously, ahead of the U.S. Open, and turned out to be a really interesting one, most especially at the top by the end. Couple of dramatic birdies for Jon Rahm, the last couple of holes to come away with his first major, of course, his first Father's Day, the first major golf championship for a native of Spain as well. There were a lot of different things to talk about as it relates to Jon Rahm, but what was your big takeaway?
Yeah, Adam, he didn't take a walk down Narrative Street. He bought a mansion in the middle of the block. It was there were so many things going on for Rahm, who had just 2 weeks earlier, of course, been forced to withdraw after a COVID diagnosis during the Memorial Tournament when all he was leading by 6 going into the final round. So some great stuff. We've been waiting for Jon Rahm to break through on the biggest stage for a while now. Over the past 12 to 18 months, he's been the best player in the game, and now he's proven it with a major championship win. And to the moon now for Jon Rahm. I think he's going to be the best player in the game for a long time to come.
Well, coming up now, it is, of course, the Travelers Championship. And so let's take a look at some of the DK Sportsbook odds right there at the top. DraftKings' own Bryson DeChambeau, who, as we know, obviously was a tough finish there at the U.S. Open, but prior to that back nine was in really good shape. He is the favorite for this event here at plus 1,200 odds, and then followed pretty closely by course defending champ Dustin Johnson plus 1,300. Of these two, anyone stand out?
Yeah, so last week, Torrey Pines played somewhere in the 7,600 range plus for each of the 4 rounds. This week at TPC River Highlands, just about 6,800 yards. That's like 3 of Bryson's drives. I mean, this place is just too confined for him. It's going to be like he's caught in an elevator all week and can't get out. So a little claustrophobic maybe feel for Bryson around TPC River Highlands. I will stick with the defending champion and Dustin Johnson. I don't love Dustin this week, but I like him better than Bryson. If you're going to chase one of those top guys, DJ might be the guy.
Rounding out that field, or this field at plus 2,000 odds or better, you have got Patrick Cantlay, Paul Casey, as well as Brooks Koepka. If you're going to go with just one of that trio, who stands out?
Casey was my pick last week at Torrey Pines. I don't know why I didn't just join the masses, Adam, and just pick Jon Rahm outright. I had him second on my list, but everyone else just, it's kind of like New Year's Eve when everyone else goes out partying. Yeah, it was a great time. And everyone else went out for Jon Rahm. Like, everyone picked him, and they're like, I picked the guy who's the favorite. He won. That's pretty easy. And so I decided to go with Paul Casey, who made the cut on the number, actually had a putt on the back nine early Sunday afternoon to tie for the lead. Wound up finishing in 7th place. So a nice weekend for Casey. And I'm going to stick with him. I don't love the number whatsoever. I really think that he's gotten a little too short to really chase in the marketplace. But if you like him, you can go after him. And I do like Paul Casey this week.
Now, Harris English, Jason, third at the U.S. Open, but here he is for the Travelers at plus 5,000 odds on the DK Sportsbook. You looking to jump on that?
I don't mind Harris English. There are other guys in that area, though, that I like. Do you want me to list the other guys that I like better than Harris English?
All of them. Every single one.
Keegan Bradley's right around 45 to 1. New England native, always plays well here. Bubba Watson, I don't know why his odds are so long. Kevin Streelman is a guy who's played really well here over the years. They factor in the course history. He's 30 to 1. Bubba Watson, he's got maybe the best career history here at TBC River Highlands. He's 50 to 1. So I like Bubba a lot. Justin Rose coming off a terrible week at Torrey Pines. He's shown a propensity for bouncing back after those bad ones. He's 55. And Ricky Fowler at 70 to 1. Why not take a shot on Ricky, who's finished 8th and 11th in his last 2 starts?
Let's get to the real long shots, though. Who do you like?
I like to write down a list of these things because I'm going to forget some names. And this week I've got a whole lot of them. So, all right, I'm reading off the phone here.
Okay.
Taylor Gooch, Richie Werenski, Adam Hadwin, David Lipsky, Patrick Rogers, Adam Long, Nick Taylor, Harry Higgs, Satoshi Kodera, and Vincent Whaley. Long shots.
So it's a big group then of guys.
No, that's smaller than usual.
Do you have a favorite among that group of 8 or whatever it was?
I do. Thanks for asking. I'm going to go with a couple of Adams. I figured you'd like that. Adam Hadwin, Adam Long, both guys that I really like this week. Adam Long's been a couple of top 30 finishes in his last 2 starts. He's tends to get streaky. He's a momentum type of guy, so I think he can step on that gas pedal and play well this week.
So I guess the real question is then, do you have just as long a list that you need to read off the phone of guys you want to avoid, or is that, just a couple?
No, the one guy that I don't like this week, and I'm going against all the instincts. I'm going against all the analytics. Patrick Cantlay has 3 straight top 15 finishes at this one. Played pretty well last week at Torrey Pines, a top 20. Really, though, we never quite saw him, and he won, of course, when Rahm had to withdraw from the Memorial 2 weeks ago. But looking at him, I'm using the old eyeball test here, and this can get you in trouble, but Patrick Cantlay's putting stroke just looked terrible to me. He's bringing it way far back. He's decelerating as he comes through impact. It gave me the willies, and I don't want to bet on that this week.
Who's the New Year's party date for you to win the Travelers Championship then?
Yeah, well, I guess we're all supposed to just chase favorites these days if John Rahm's going to win the U.S. Open as the favorite. I can't do it, though. I just can't play favorites, and I'm going down the list. The name that I mentioned already, Justin Rose, who gave us absolutely no reason to bet on him based on how he played last week, 78-77 in his 2 rounds at the U.S. Open. But like I said earlier, he has a propensity for bouncing back after really tough finishes and tough tournaments. So I think he's going to get it all back together. He was a guy that was trending in the right direction before the U.S. Open. I think he's got a lot of people off the scent now, and he can go out to Hartford and play some good golf where he has in the past. He has a nice track record there.
I play favorites, Jason. It's why I never miss an opportunity to talk golf with you. Thank you so much, my friend.
Betting on a lot of Adams this week.